Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, just reach up. And then soften your knees and take a forward fold. Just like bow your heads for a moment. I want to talk to you about, many of you over the years have been with me while I'm doing teacher trainings. And at the end of the trainings, I always invite the trainees to come in and do some assisting at the park. So we're practicing hands-on touch. We're doing minimal amounts of touch at this point because since COVID, everything has changed. But you know, sometimes I come around and I put my hands on you to help correct or align something. And I have Martha here today to assist me and to assist you. And so you don't have to look up if you don't want to. But what I really want you to do is while your heads are down, if for any reason you're feeling like you don't want to be adjusted, like, you know, there could be a million reasons why. You know, maybe it's outdoors, if you feel like you may be coming down with something, you don't want anyone to get that close to you, or you're just getting over something and you feel better, but you don't want anyone that close to you. Maybe you have an injury that you modify for, so if you're doing something weird, you don't want someone to change it, right? There's a million different reasons. Sometimes you're in your cycle, you just don't want anyone touching you. I don't know, like there's 100,000 different reasons why. So if for any reason, raise one hand high in the air right now and let us know that you want to be left alone. Okay. So all access. Yeah. I mean, that's how it is. Most of us are like, come, please touch me, you know? Yeah. So let's keep those knees soft. Let's pull the belly in, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, and really slowly start to rise up. Go slow because you've been down there a long time. I want you to squeeze the hamstrings, squeeze the belly, support everything as you rise up. Roll the shoulders back, stand tall. Good. Inhale, both arms reach. Let's hook our thumbs together, spread the fingers wide, and take a little stretch to the right. As you stretch to the right, draw the tailbone down. And then turn and look up toward your left elbow crease and twist your chest a little bit more toward the sky. Morning. That's it. And then return to the center. Let's switch the hooking on the thumbs. And we'll take our stretch over to the left. And as you move left, push the feet down and out. Draw the tailbone a little bit down. And then look up toward the right elbow crease. And then maybe turn the chest a little toward the sky. Yeah, just opening up some space. That's it. And then return to center. And Martha, come up here for a second. I just want to mention one thing to you. Inhale, both arms reach again. And then exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway on the inhale. And then you'll go to plank and lower, just like we always do. Inhale for cobra, and then exhale to downward facing dog. Are you going to do assistant too? Okay, so we've got 3 sets of hands here today. We've got Martha and Aaliyah. So if you feel somebody like come up and give you a tiny gentle push back or something, you just know that that is part of the practice today. Bend one knee, then bend the other. Let's make sure that our legs feel strong behind us. And then push both legs back. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, look forward. Let's walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Lift halfway. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. And then with a flat back, we'll rise up to standing. Lift the head and chest. Reach the arms high. And then exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale again. Arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Fold right in. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Go to plank and lower on the exhale. So Martha and Aaliyah, it's really hard to do anything during the sunset. They move too fast, okay? Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So maybe in the 5 breaths of down dog, there's an opportunity, but in the other parts, it's only a breath, so you can just like sort of give them space. Yeah. All right. So we're breathing deeply through the nose in both directions. We're using our hands and our feet well, and we're actually doing our best to straighten our elbows and straighten our knees so that we get some extension in our limbs. And all of that creates a lift in the hips, which gives us some traction in our spine. Let the weight of your head down. Good. Take one more breath here. Yeah. And then we're going to look forward and just start to walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Lift halfway. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. And with a flat back, we rise. Make sure you lift your head and chest. Reach the arms up. And then pull it right into the heart. Again, inhale, arms reach. We're going to mix it up a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Lift halfway on the inhale. Now soften the knees so you can put your hands down and just take a big lunge back with the right foot. Starting simple. Right hand stays down. Let's twist open to the left. Now sometimes when we do our first twist, we don't realize how tight we are, and we're trying to turn the chest, but what we end up doing is turning the whole body. And so yes, we want to make sure that we create a really straight and powerful back leg. Yep. And then lift the right hip a little higher. Think about that. That feels weird, I know. But now bend the left knee. Now the hips are level. Work from the chest now. You okay? So, stabilize this. And now you twist from your middle. Yeah, not so much twist there. One more breath. Use the exhale to go in a little deeper. And then eyes down, hands down. That was it. Step back and lower. Sorry about my foot. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah. We'll take a few breaths here, not too many, maybe 2 or 3. So make the most of this moment. Push back just a little bit. And then nice and slow, look at your hands and we'll walk up to the top of the mat. Please bring the feet together. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, forward. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Here comes chair pose. Ooh, here comes the beats too. All right, hands come to heart center. Now we were just twisting to the left, so now counter pose, twist to the right. Left elbow is going to go outside the right knee. Left elbow outside the right knee. And as that elbow pushes into the leg, push the leg out into the elbow. See if you can check and make sure your weight is even in both of your feet. And try to sit back just a little bit more into the hips. And then lift your chest and open a little wide across the collarbones. Nicely done, everyone. Last breath. Twist deeper on your exhale. And then just forward fold, let it go. The heat's going to start to build today. It's going to build slowly and then it's going to rise. Okay? Take a deep breath here. Look up, lengthen, and fold in. Exhale. Let's do that again. Lift halfway. Inhale. Now soften the knees as you touch down and take that big step back with the left foot. Left hand goes down and we take that twist on this side. And so really think about not just the drama of the upper body, like build your foundation. Feel your footwork, feel your leg work, especially the left leg. The left knee lifts, the left hip lifts, and the right knee bends. That's it. You feel that. Like we're trying to even out the pelvis, not tilt the pelvis. And then we rotate from the waistline, right? It's not so easy. The thoracic spine does not have as much flexibility as the neck and the lower back. So we're trying to have a little discipline here. We're trying to move from the obliques, create a little bit of heat, like bring the left rib cage under, start to open the right chest. That was really nice. That's it. And then eyes go down, hands go down. We'll step back and lower. Inhale for cobra. Breathe in. Yep. And then exhale, down dog. We'll take a few breaths here, not too many again. We're just going to like neutralize the body for a moment, get that traction in the spine. Give me one more breath. Push back. And then we look forward. Start to walk your feet right up to the top of the mat. And feet come together here on purpose. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. Just like you're sitting in a chair, but a little harder because there is no chair, right? And then hands come to heart center, and we take our counter twist. So this time, it's right elbow outside left knee. And if getting across both legs feels too far, go to the space between the legs and anchor your elbow against the inner right knee. The thing is, we want to keep our weight even in our feet. We want to keep the hips even, so we don't want one knee jutting out in front of the other. There's a lot of discipline in building foundation. I think we fudge a lot when we give up something here and we get something there. So think about how we're doing the work. Hips drop a little, chest rises even more. Widen the collarbones. This is your last inhale. We're going to twist deeper on the exhale. Yes. And then let it go. Woo. Yep, let the back of the legs just release. Let that tension just air out from the back of the knees. Let the hamstrings start to soften. And then we lift halfway. Just look forward. Exhale and fold. This time we're going to rise. Inhale all the way up. Lift the head and chest. Reach the arms up high to the sky. And then pull it to your heart. Okay, inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips. One breath. And then dive right in. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway on the inhale. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhale. Keep the legs strong. Keep the core engaged as you make that transition. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Go ahead and lift your right leg up high behind you. As you reach up high with the right leg, make sure you're sinking your left heel. So everything is done with some sense of balanced action. That's good. You don't even have to lift your hips so high. Just lift your leg. Keep the weight even in your hands. And then come forward into plank and draw the right knee to the right elbow. Keep looking forward. The head is heavy. I want you to gaze forward. Keep the chest up and contracted. Yep. And then take it back into a one leg down dog. Very nice. Now, go ahead and step right foot forward to the hands, high crescent lunge. And we'll rise up. Taking your time, reach high to the sky. All right. Bring your hands onto your hips. Nice and easy. We're going to just step the right foot forward to meet the left. Sorry, meet the left. The left comes forward to meet the right. Thank you. I'm always mirroring, so I can't say what I'm doing. I have to say what you're doing. Now go ahead and step the same foot right back into your lunge. Okay, good. Get used to that movement. We're going to do it again. Step forward. This time bring your hands to heart and give me a little twist to the right. Work those obliques. Good. Come back, face forward. Step back into your lunge. Big step back. Find your balance. I know it's a whole lot of this going on, right? This time as you come forward, bring the knee to the chest. Got it. Challenging you. Step back. Do it with grace. Take it a little slower. Place it deliberately. Okay, this time step knee to chest. Twist to the left side. Yeah. Challenging your balance today. Come forward. Step the foot back into your lunge. Last time, come forward, knee to chest. Take your arms up overhead and extend the right leg all the way in front of you. Am I saying it wrong again? Sorry, you guys know what to do. Left leg extending in front of you. Push through the heel, lift from the crease of the hip, reach higher through your fingers. That's it. Now take that leg behind you. Balance on one leg, warrior three. I like what I see. Nicely done. Bring your feet together, come to standing. Hands come to the heart. How was that? We okay? Inhale, arm reach. No dirty looks. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Let's go to plank pose. Plank and lower, all the way down. Exhale all your air. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so we're going to do the same on the other side. Left foot steps up this time. Oh no, left leg rises this time. We start with the leg lift. My bad. Keep the weight even in your hands. It's not the hip that's going up. It's the leg that's rising. And then we come forward to plank and we pull that knee to the elbow. Keep looking forward. Strong, right? Breathing, not holding breath. Make the knee touch the arm and then take it back into one leg down dog. All right, now this time left foot steps forward. Come into high crescent lunge. Yeah, we're just building a pattern. Inhale, both arms reach. Let your hands come down onto your hips for a moment and then just play with that first step forward. Right foot comes forward to meet the left. Nicely done. Now step back into your lunge. Each time a little slower, a little more deliberate. Yes. All right, this time we're going to step forward. As you step the right foot to meet the left, twist to the left side. Feet together, just turn from the waist. Good. Back to center and take your step back. Again, stepping forward. That was supposed to be knee to chest. Step back again. I'm so afraid I'm going to slip. All right, this time knee to chest. Come on up. And we'll do it again. Lunge back. Knee to chest, twisting to the right side. Come back to center. Slow and steady. Step into your lunge. Last time knee comes up, facing forward. Hold. Take the arms up overhead. Extend that right leg in front of you. Push out through the heel. Reach through your arms, extend through the leg, lift a little higher. You got it. Now the leg goes behind you, balancing on one leg. Warrior 3. Nicely done. Feet come together, arms reach. Hands come to the heart. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhalation. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so nice and easy. Right foot steps up, stay on your left toes. High crescent lunge, come on up facing forward. Again, simple but dynamic movement. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward. We'll pick up where we left off. You're going to come into warrior 3. Hands can stay at the heart. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. Work both legs equally. Now, nice and easy, let your fingertips come down to the ground. Touch down with all 10 fingertips. And then bend both of your knees, but tuck the left knee behind the right knee. Squeeze it in tight. You can feel that. It's like you come down and in, you tuck, and then go ahead and extend the leg back up. Straighten both legs. Let's do it again. Bend both knees, tuck the left behind the right, get down and low, and then extend. Take that leg back up in the air. Dynamic movement. Last one. Bring it down, squeeze. Left knee behind right. Now look forward. Get up on your fingertips. Can you find your balance? Hands in prayer. Okay, I'm going to challenge you here. So the knee is tucked behind. We're tucked in this tiny little ball. Now we're going to take that left leg and we're going to step back into the lunge. Ooh, inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, take your flow. Starting to get the dirty looks now. Yeah. So settle into down dog. Find the rhythm of your breath. Each of the movements has a space for the breath to be infused. A little traction here. Let the neck down. And then we'll just play with the same pattern on the other side. Left foot steps up. Stay on your right toes. We start with a simple high crescent lunge. And then go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. We're going to shift the weight forward into the left leg. and just find our balance, kind of picking up where we left off on the other side. Balancing in one leg. Take another breath here. And then just really simple, touch your fingertips down to the floor. Everything should feel a little better once you touch down. And then we're going to bend both knees and tuck the right knee behind the left. Just tuck into a little ball, get low, squeeze the legs and integrate them into each other. And then extend the right leg back up. Let's do that again. Tuck and squeeze, get down nice and low, both knees are bent. And then expand, back up, like a standing split. Reach, like you mean it. And one more time, tuck it in really tight. Start to look forward. Lift onto the fingertips, lighten the load on the hands, and see if you can bring your hands to prayer. From this nice low place, steady, slow step back into lunge. Nice, inhale, both arms reach. Beautiful, take your flow. Hands down, step back, lower. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right, I said we came in kind of slow, but the heat comes quick, yeah? Okay. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. So walk the hands all the way back to the feet. The feet should be hip distance apart at the back of the mat. We're going to sit down into a half chair pose. Hips reach back, arms and chest reach forward. Arms and chest are reaching forward. Now let's see if we can get the hips the same height as the knees. Yep, sit back. Hips as low as the knees and arms reaching forward. And if the belly is kind of resting on the legs, can you go ahead and pull the belly in so you're actually holding yourself up? Are we having problems with the sound? Okay. Now, sweep the arms behind you. As your arms go back, lift them higher than your own body. Now, lift your chest a little higher than your hips. Beautiful. We're going to take this up onto the toes. All right, so when the arms are back, the heels are lifted. Then the arms come forward and the heels sink down. Reach forward, heels sink back. Let's do it again. Lift the heels, sweep the arms behind you. And then sink the heels down, reach forward. One more time. Lift the heels, arms sweep back. And then arms forward. We're coming all the way up to standing. Push through your feet. Let's rise. Oh, hands come to the heart. Inhale, both arms reach. Let's flow. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Let's walk it out into plank. In plank, you want to look for straight legs. For those of you that are assisting. Good. Lower down, nice and slow. Inhale, cobra. Use your hands, not your words. Be careful. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And we're assessing as we're looking. Most of your job is observing and only really going in for something. Like if they're fine, let them be fine, right? Only if you see something that could really help them, or if they could just, you know, energize a part that's sleeping, right? Yeah. Push back a little more. Take a breath. All right. Right foot steps up. Stay on the left toes. Rise into high crescent lunge. Now I want you to come up really high on the back foot. Lift the heel as high as you can. Get the heel up and really bend your toes on the back foot. And then start bending your back knee and let the shin hover over the mat. So we're going to come down. Yeah? Now as soon as you get low, you start to realize how hard this is. I need you to integrate. It feels like the feet are pushing out, but the legs have to kind of squeeze into the hip sockets. Now pull the belly button to the spine and open your arms like a T. I want you to do your very best to hold your head up over your tail, and we're going to take a twist to the right side, right? I know that when we were in that first lunge, you knew how hard it was to get your hips to stay square and to do the rotation, so focus on the strength in the center. Try to turn from the belly button and the ribs. Keep stabilizing the feet and the legs. Yeah, this is really, really nice. Okay, we're going to take it up a notch. As you bend forward, the left hand goes to the floor and the right leg straightens. Sorry, left leg straightens. Oh my gosh, I am all over the place today. Right? Left leg straightens. Okay, so recheck in with that foundation. Can we lift the left hip and bend the right knee to get them a little more level? Now, take that right hand, turn the palm forward, and reach the bicep over the ear. As you reach and lengthen through your right waist, can you pull the right hip back? Keep turning the left shoulder under. Yep, that's it. So the back leg is working for you. Lift that left knee. There's so many little pieces. Push a little bit into your left hand. See if you can get a little more twist out of your waistline. Yep. And then the arm comes up. The eyes go down. The hand goes down. Take plank pose for me. And then roll onto your right side so you're facing left for Vinyasa. Left arm is up high. Just see if you can pull the belly in and lift the center. Now take the bicep over the ear. Just lift a little more from the middle. Last breath, return to plank pose. Hands come down, we lower slowly. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Alright, so we're going to slow down a little bit of those dynamic movements, but we're going to play add-on, right? So we're going to take a simple pose and we're going to grow it. Left foot steps up, stay on the right toes. It's your simple high crescent lunge. And so we're just looking at form in the foundation. We want to make sure that they get up really high on the back toes. So the back heel has to be lifted. The sole of the foot faces the space behind you. Now start bending the front knee. That knee comes forward. So we stay high on the ball of the foot. We keep some weight on the pinky toe of the right foot and we bend that back knee. So pick up the back heel like you're in high heels. Really high heels. I know you know high heels. Yeah. Even your flip-flops have high heels, right? Yes. So the hips square. The feet push out. The legs draw in. This integration. Yeah. Arms open like a T. From the belly up, we start to twist to the left side. Quarter wheel with a really strong foundation. Feel the outer hips, the medial glutes have a little squeeze on them. If it feels like your knees are squeezing into the midline, press out to the pinky toes more. You need more wide foundation. That's it. Now we're going to start to fold. Right hand to the mat, right leg straightens. We're back where we started. So we're going to make sure that we lift the right hip and bend the left knee to get a little more level there. And then start twisting. Use that right hand on the ground to help you access the waistline. Move into the rib cage. I like it. Now turn the palm forward. Reach the bicep over the ear. There's something really amazing happening here. A lot of actions in a lot of different directions. It's like the right ribs are tucking under and the left chest is trying to open. And the whole time you keep lifting that right knee behind you. As you reach forward, you reach back with the leg. All right, arm comes up, eyes go down, hand goes down. Step into plank hold. So now on the other side. Oh, I hit a dead spot. That was weird. Roll to your left, right arm up to the sky. Side plank, Vinyasa. And then just lift your center and reach the bicep over the ears. I like it. Lifting whatever you can. And then bring the arm up. Eyes down, hands down. Lower yourself nice and slow. All right, inhale for cobra. We're losing a lot of fluid. Don't be afraid to take a water break. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. So in down dog, let's all take a breath and then just let your knees drop down. Let's all take a water break. That way no one feels less than or like a rule follower. Like if we all just like meet on the same level, it's beautiful. All right, a quick little water sip. And then we'll come into a tabletop pose. Yeah. All right. So we have been quite linear since we started this morning. So what I'd like you to do is get a little bit fluid, right? So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. I want you to start moving to dancing lion. So just kind of like move in circles. I want you to actually notice the ball and socket joints of the shoulders and the hips. And notice how you really can roll through the shoulders and through the hips. The joints are designed that way. Yeah, so it's a fluid movement, the head, neck, exhale, all of that can start to move with you. And we move in a circular motion in one direction until it gets really comfortable and really groovy, right? And then we just switch the direction the other way. We go the other way, even though it feels a little weird, but we kind of just adapt until that feels kind of good. This is how we get more coordination. We're always dominant on one side, but we want to do everything in both directions. Even when the dominant side feels better, we want to make them feel a little bit more equal and balanced. All right, find your center. Go ahead and reach the right arm forward and the left leg back. Right arm forward, left leg back. Now what I'm really after here is really straight limbs. I started to talk about it at the beginning of the class. So I don't care how high you lift that back leg, I want it straight. And I want you to flex the left foot so the toes are pointing down, not flex the knee, flex the ankle. So the toes are pointing down, yes. And we're reaching out from center. So Aaliyah, Martha, you can give them something to push into behind, or you can give a little wrist pull in the front, but be gentle with it. Don't throw them off balance. Now, as you're reaching all the way out, I want you to keep the leg and the arm straight, but slowly lower them. Pinky, finger to the mat, and toes to the mat. Not knee in, not belly in. Just down and then back up. Arms and legs stay straight the whole time. Lift and then lower. That's it. Lift, inhale, lower, exhale. One more time. Lift, inhale. Start to look up towards your thumb. Lift a little higher. Now bend your knee behind you. Reach back and grab a hold of your foot. We're going to use that leg power to kick back a little bit. Keep the chest open, facing forward. Resist the temptation to look out to the right. Keep the gaze forward. Keep the collarbones wide. And then nice and easy, arm forward, leg back. And then come into child's pose. In child's pose, you can give a little push, but be gentle, and it's down and back. Just feel into the breath, into the heartbeat. All right. Last breath here. And then we rise up into our hands and knees. Let's do the other side. Left arm, right leg. And it's just about getting those limbs really straight. I want you to feel the tricep hug the bone. I want you to feel the quadricep hugging the bone. So there's no softness in the elbow or the knee. It's about length, right? It's about length. Yes, kick back, not up. If you use your glutes too much, all you do is lift your leg, and most of the time you end up bending your knee. So think about straightening the limbs. It's a really important factor in mind-body connection. Good. Now slowly lower it down. The arm and leg stay straight. Don't put the hand and knee down. Put the pinky finger and the tip of the toes down, and then lift it back up. Let's do it again. Lower on the exhale. Rise on the inhale. Big, big, big. Do it again. Take it down slow. And then inhale, rise up. Last one. Slowly bring it down. Empty your lungs. Big inhale. This time we hold, lift. Lift a little higher. Look up at your thumb. And then bend the knee behind you. Reach back, grab a hold of your foot. It's a variation of bow pose. Loosening up the spine a little bit. That's it. Now kick the foot, not just back, kick it up and back. Keep the discipline of the chest forward, that left shoulder forward, gaze forward and up. Make sure you're breathing. Now let it go with some grace. Arm forward, leg back, and then into child's pose. We fold right in. Let your head down, feel your heartbeat, feel your breath. I'd like you to rise into a downward facing dog. So we just extend the arms forward, tuck the toes, and straighten the legs. Yep. Oh, it feels good. It's like coming home. Push back just a little bit. We're going to take one slow flow here. Come forward into plank. That's an inhale. Lower down slow as you exhale. Good. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale back to down dog. So we're going to try to take all the pieces and put them together. Right foot steps up. Come on up for high crescent lunge. Yep. All right. We're going to take the hands to heart center. Lean some weight into the right leg and float the left leg up behind you. A straight leg behind you. Now as that left leg is extending and straightening behind you, can you extend and straighten both arms forward? This is good. Now I want you to bend the left knee behind you. Reach back with the left hand and grab the foot. And then kick back and reach forward here. Discipline. Belly button stays facing down to the ground. There's nothing you can do here to stay out of their way. Yep. They are fighting to keep their balance. Don't even get in there drisky. It's kicking up and back and reaching forward to the same degree. You guys look amazing. Now come to standing feet together, both arms reach. And then exhale, fold in. Good. Soften your knees. Let your back round a little bit. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. And then just really, really slow, one vertebra at a time, you come on up. Rise up nice and slow. Roll the shoulders back. Beautiful. Are we ready to do a flow? Nice and slow. Focus on form. Inhale, slow down the breath. Exhale, forward fold. You know the moves. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. And then step back to plank and lower. Take your time. Use your muscles. Inhale for cobra. Feel it. Every vertebra. A little bit of extension. And then exhale. Downward facing dog. Like coming home. Arms and legs are straight. Hips rise high. Head drops low. And then we're just putting it together. Left foot is going to step forward. We come into high crescent lunge. We rise up. Hands come to the heart. And then we lean into the left leg and float the right one behind. Try to keep the hips level. Try to keep the limbs straight behind you. And then extend both arms out forward. The full expression of Warrior 3. It's almost like you're in a T shape, right? Your body is parallel to the ground. Leg reaching back as arms reach forward. Now, start to bend your right knee and reach back with your right hand. See if you can make that bind. And then play with dancer's pose. You kick up and back and you reach forward. That left arm is fierce in front of you because the leg is strong and it's making a lot of pull back. You gotta balance it by reaching forward. I love it. You guys are amazing. This is a really hard pose and you are doing it. You're doing the best you can. Go ahead, put both feet down, reach both arms up, take a breath, and then hands to heart center. Here comes our last flow of the morning. Inhale, both arms reach, slow down the breath. Exhale, forward fold. Be in the movement and the breathing together. As you inhale, lift your chest, look forward. As you exhale, both feet go back and you lower slowly, knees down or not, gazing forward. Inhale for cobra pose, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah. Take a really big inhale, open your mouth, make a sound on the exhale. Just all of the frustration moments, let them go now. And then come to a seated position. Coming into a seated position, we're just going to do our best to sit up straight. And if you notice anyone is leaning forward, just give them a little bit of a tap on the front of the shoulders so that maybe they can just rise a little bit taller. We're going to try and root down through the tailbone, pull in the belly, and hold our heads up high. Think about the crease of your hips right now. If you're leaning forward, the crease gets deeper. If you lean back, the crease gets open. You want to open the crease of the hips. That's it. And we rise up, we broaden the chest, and we breathe. All right. If it feels okay, I invite you to close your eyes. If that feels weird in a public space, then maybe you just want to take your gaze down and soften the lids. We want to minimize distraction. We want to find stillness for just a moment. See if you can keep the inner body feeling alive and awake, but let the outer body soften. So there's this like confidence, there's this uplift, there's this energized feeling that has come from the practice, and it lives inside of you. And yet the outer body, the facial expression, the skin, can be soft. What a way to enter the world, what a way to be. Inner body bright, confident, outer body, outer form soft. Welcoming. I think most of us are softer on the inside and harder on the outer shell. And it's kind of the way we have to move through life. But maybe we just test it when we're on the mat and we see what it feels like to flip to the other side of that coin. I know I can be like that. Soft and gooey on the inside, but harder shell. But when I flip it, I feel an amazing shift. Where the firmness and the confirmedness and the confidence comes from inside of me, and I can allow the outer part to be a little softer. Just try it. See if you can create that. Just a simple intention, just the suggestion. Take 3 more breaths. And let's keep our eyes closed, but just put our right hand onto our left knee. Right hand goes to left knee, and then left hand goes behind you. We're going to take a spinal twist. You know, when we're twisting to the left, we always try to look to the left, but I'm going to add on a little something extra. Let's look all the way left, and then tip the left ear to the left shoulder. Is anything brewing in there? Is anything hiding under there? Yeah. Switch to cross legs. Switch to cross legs. Yeah, I think we'll be happier. No. And then we'll lift the head, and we'll give ourselves a little more twist to the left side. And then keep holding on with that right hand, so you hold the twist, but lift the left bicep to the ear, and then stretch and bend toward your right knee. So from simple cross legs, instead of Vinyasa. Yeah, so you're twisting to the, and bending that way. So we're just reopening up the obliques, the work that we did earlier. So the left bicep is near the ear, and you're bending to the side, and then just slowly come on up, and we'll switch sides. Go ahead, bring the left hand to the right knee. And we use that hand behind us to make sure we're sitting up straight, not leaning back. Not leaning back. There we go. And we're looking to the right, and then we're gently tipping the right ear toward the right shoulder. Just opening up the left side of the neck, just a little bit. Don't be aggressive with that. back up and give ourselves just a little more twist. As you're turning to the right, lift the weight off the right hand, take the bicep to the ear, and give yourself a little side stretch toward the left knee. Eyes can be up or down here, whatever feels good. It's nice sometimes to look down at the left knee or to look up toward the right hand. They're both really nice for the neck. So play, see what feels better for you. And just one more breath, and then you just come on out and face forward. We'll unfold the legs and put the feet flat on the ground in front of you. Let them be kind of wide and kind of forward. And then grab a hold of your knees, tuck your tailbone, and just start to round your back and kind of like make yourself into like a bowl. Tuck the tailbone, lean back as far as you can, hands on the knees. Yeah, lean back till your arms are straight. Lean back, lean back, lean back. Tuck the tailbone. How's that feel? I like that. You like that? Yeah. So tuck the tailbone, almost get down on the sacrum. Go ahead, round even more, like a bowl, go all the way. It's just the fingertips are touching the knees. Now are you breathing? From here, we're gonna stay in that like bowl-like shape, but take the arms and reach forward. So let go of the gripping of the knees and do it just from the core. You feel that? Yeah, now, one vertebra at a time, take it down. If you feel like you're gonna have an oopsie, like you're gonna slip into, like skip something, go slower. That's it. And then eventually we lay ourselves down all the way. You can lay your head down. All right. Let's go ahead and open our arms out like a T. Pull your knees into your belly, no hands here. We're gonna twist our knees toward the floor on the right and keep our feet in the air. So knees point down, heels lift up, arms are out, look up at the sky. One more time, lift those feet a little bit higher, and then go ahead and put it all down, right where it is. Just put them down. Oh, the hard and the soft. Hard and soft. And now you can turn your head to the left. Let the breath take over. And here in a spinal twist, you could be really gentle, but you could cup the shoulder with one hand and the hip bone with the other and give them length. You're not trying to twist them deeper, you're just lengthening their waist, shoulder and hip. And you would go from behind them. You don't hover over their face, go from behind them. One hand on the shoulder, one hand on the hip, and then lengthen. Yeah. Let's keep our arms pressing into the earth. Bring the knees back up to the center. Keep those legs close to the body and then let the knees go to the left. Keep your feet off the ground. Keep the knees squeezing together. Try to point the knees down and lift the feet up. It's not so easy. It's a strength action here. It's not about flexibility. Knees down, feet up. You're working. Flex your feet. Get everything in it. Legs are strong here. They're squeezing together and trying to turn from the waistline. All right, everybody, one more time. Pick your feet up just a little more. Yes, do you feel that? And then let it down. Oh, let the legs melt. Let the legs melt. Let it go. Yep. Sometimes it's hard to put it down when you work so hard to get something, right? Soften a little bit. All right, breathing. Let the breath take over so you soften. press a little bit into the arms, turn the head back to center and bring your knees back to center. Give the knees a little bit of a squeeze. Let's open the knees a little wider and then gently place the feet down onto the mat. Turn the soles of your feet together and continue to let the knees open. Let's take the arms up overhead. Feet are together here. Feet are not wide. Knees are wide. Feet together. Yeah. It's just Supta Baddha. The arms come up overhead or just out to the sides. Allow the body to integrate, to rest, to recover. There were moments in class where you were like, and then notice how you feel right now. My hope is that we always come full circle. Some days we challenge our flexibility, some days we challenge our strength. Some days we challenge our character. Sometimes it's a mental game. So whatever it is, however the practice pokes us, it also soothes us and it heals us. Go ahead and draw your knees back up to the center. Draw them into the belly and give yourself one last squeeze. Knees can be together or wide, whatever feels good. And then eventually we're going to just let it go. Let our feet down, let our arms down. Lay the limbs out straight. That for some of us, the stillness challenges us. So just like you were willing to fight during the hard parts of the practice, are you willing to fight to get to the surrender? I think all of us at some point realize the struggle of letting go. But once we do, we know how sweet it is, and we continue to want to do it again and again. So really, really gently start to bring the breath back first. Feel the fortitude inside and the softness of the outside. And then nice and slow, start to stretch and move any way you want to. Eventually you come up into a seated position. So we made it. We did it. Let's sit up nice and tall. We practiced that earlier. Tailbone grounded, heart lifted. Inner body bright, awake, enthused, ready for the day. Outer body soft, welcoming, not hard or guarded. And then let's bring our left hand right onto our chest. Just lay it right there on the chest, left hand. And put your right hand on your knee. There's something really nice about that, just channeling, letting energy move through you. You feel the pulsation of your heartbeat. Turn the right hand to face up. Yeah, so you're there to receive or to give, right? We become a vessel. And each and every one of us is a vessel. We allow energy to move through us all day long. Some days we get blocked up and nothing moves. And we're stuck. How about a moment, if you pray, send a prayer out for not only the team that's driving that vehicle, but who they're picking up and where they're taking them. It could be any one of us, anytime, or any one of our loved ones. A moment of gratitude for all the first responders. Sounds like there's something going on. And then together we'll raise our voices. Take a deep breath in with me. Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, perfect peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all, so that we may all know peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste, my friends. Namaste. Namaste. Everyone behind me, to the left, to the right, out in front, all the way in the back. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your practice, for your dedication to yourself and your own well-being. I think yoga is radical self-care. I think it is a radical act against a culture that is not well, right? To a system that is designed for sickness, not wellness, right? And so we are rebels, right? We're taking care of ourselves. The healthier we are, the less we have to engage with the medical system. And then when we really need them, they should be there, right? I think there's a lot. I could probably go on for hours. I'm going to just leave it at that. I am glad that we are here and that we are well. I'm glad that we have the compassion to feel for those that are in emergency, right? There's so many layers. Thank you. There is today, if you're interested, Marianne, who's one of my most senior teachers at the studio. She's been with me since the day I opened. She's teaching a pose clinic this afternoon from 1 to 2. It's on arm balancing. So if you want to play and learn a little more about arm balancing, come and work with Marianne this afternoon from 1 to 2 at the studio. For all of you that are celebrating the new year, I wish you the happiest, healthiest, sweet, sweet new year to you and your family and your loved ones. Yeah, and I think I'll leave it at that. I still have that spot for Africa. If anyone's thinking about it, come and talk to me. I had a last minute cancel, and we're still a few weeks out, so we can still book flights. They're not even that bad, the flights. So it can be a single or a double situation, accommodation. It's going to be 7 nights. It's 8 days total. We fly in and out of Nairobi. We'll be at 2 different places. One is a lodge, one is a camp, and it's actually quite nice, luxury glamping and 5-star accommodations in nature. Kind of funny. So if you're interested, come talk to me about that, and have a beautiful Saturday.
Cheers, buddy.
Huh? Oh, chairs. If anyone has a minute to lend a hand, the tables and chairs need to be put back on the platform. If you haven't signed in on the clipboards, come up and see me for the clipboards. And I do have magnets for the car. Did you ever bring the passes back? No? Okay. I do have some information about a new restaurant that opened on Glades Road. It's called Pura Vida. They were here a few weeks ago sharing some samples if you want information about going over there to check them out. They're open every day from 8 to 4. Their hours will extend in October to full day, you know, like 7 to 9 p.m. or something. But for right now, they're in their first month of opening, and their food is amazing, the service is amazing, and my daughter's the manager, so if you want to go say hello to Molly, tell her you came from the park. Come and see me. Okay. Yes. It can be a single or a double, so it depends which